Hi, my name is Kyle Rose. I'm the new president of the Brock University Students' Union for the 2015-2016 year. In the last year, I was elected to be VP of Finance and Administration for the Students' Union, and so my experience throughout this last school year propelled me towards this next step. Leadership has become a keen interest of mine, and so it's something I'd like to continue to develop, and that and various other projects that I'd like to see come to fruition that I didn't get to finish this year because they were more long-term. What does my platform consist of? It consists of 3 pillars. The first one is space on campus. So rather than looking necessarily to constructing a new building, which is a couple of years down the road, we're looking to use the space that we do have on campus. So there are several seminar rooms that aren't used other than for their seminars, and so something that I looked into is having students be able to book them when they're not being used for seminars. And to get around the health and safety aspect of it, we're going to have applied health science students studying, getting their volunteer hours in, and providing that safety feature for students that are in there from 8 in the morning till 11 at night. The second one's the longest, is student experience. It's got the most content to it. It's got several different aspects to it, from video captured lectures to heated bus shelters. So we're looking for a short-term fix. This year, as VP of Finance Administration, I started an affinity program, so those are discounts in the community. Right now, we've got just under 30 businesses that offer between 10 to 20% off, and we'd like to increase that actually to over 70 by the time that students get back in September. Athlete practice parking, so while athletes are coming in for practice, they'll be able to get temporary parking passes from their coaches and a variety of other things. And then for the third pillar is preparation for your future. And so in that instance, we'd like to refurbish a current tool that students are allowed to access. So every university has a platform where it explains benefits from taking specific degrees and possible job opportunities. We'd like to refurbish that. I'd actually like to get input from professors from every faculty and specifically get from their mouths what they think students should be gaining in terms of transferable skills that they develop while taking their undergraduate courses. So we'd like to tell them the skills that they should have that'll help them write resumes, and we'd like to advise them in terms of conventional and some unconventional job opportunities that they might look to get into with their undergrad. I'm a philosophy major myself, so I know all about conventional and unconventional uses of your degree, and I'm a real advocate for the humanities and social sciences. I came to Brock as a varsity athlete. I wrestled for my first about 3.5 years here because I had success in high school. Brock, quick shout out to the Brock wrestling team. We're the best team in the country for the guys and girls side. Philosophy, particularly at Brock, is interesting because it's comparative philosophy, so it compares Western and Eastern thought. So I've been able to take courses like Buddhism and Hinduism and just expand the mind and think completely differently than the way I came. So my university experience has been completely unique. I'm a huge advocate of Brock. I can't wait to be successful so that I can give back, and everybody is really accessible, is really friendly. I find that when you approach people in a motivated with a motivated perspective, that people are really receptive to that. I've considered myself a dreamer for a long time. I came to Brock with aspirations of being on the Olympic stage and wrestling internationally, and not that those dreams have pushed aside have gone away by any means, but I've focused on more altruistic goals, and I'm really happy about that. That's what drives you, and people's responses, the positivity in the hallways, the small interactions, it all goes a really long way. I think we're all good-hearted in nature. It's just kind of what you're made more aware of through your experiences, and from interacting with students that do the same things that I've done, as well as through programs like Smart Start, the orientation program. I've been able to get a fairly good grasp of the needs on campus. And so I want to remain accessible. I'm sure I'm going to have a whole lot of people come up with new ideas as the term continues. I'm actually looking to have the bulk of my platform done before September, which I know is ambitious, but I'm pretty confident actually. So yeah, I'll have room for more. I'm passionate about it. I look at it more as leadership than politics. The ability to represent students that have gone through the same struggles that I have. So another huge aspect of what I'd like to do as a student leader is embrace student financial literacy and awareness. I got a lot of money when I came in from OSAP in first year because my mom's a single parent, and I didn't know what to do with that money, and didn't necessarily spend it the best. And I'm still learning, but I've gone through several experiences along the way. I've started a business. We're about to get into our 4th season for that, so it's helped me develop into the person that I am, and I just feel like it's honestly my responsibility to try to share the wealth as much as I can. Was I happy with the way the elections went? Absolutely. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to go quite that well. We broke records in terms of the amount of voters, in terms of the most votes in a competitive election. Over 71%. I mean, you don't really complain with that. Definitely feeling blessed and grateful. The social media response, everything was well above what I'd assumed, so I'm happy. The way that I structured my campaign team was that I looked for people that represented different student groups on campus. I had my ideas, I pitched it to them, and then they grew from those interactions. Critical conversations to help develop kind of the best way to do things, and to make sure even things, especially my platform, touch on a variety of areas. Everybody was out there during those 2 weeks campaigning as to why they thought they were the best. I figured, why have me do all the talking, and I think it went really well. If people want to get in contact with me, the most accessible way is Facebook, of course. My name's Kyle Denzel Rose. My email right now until May 1st is vpfa@busu.net. After May 1st, it'll be president@busu.net, so definitely keep that in mind. So my advice to young and old Badgers is to do what excites you, to do things before you're ready, and to step out of your comfort zone. I found that establishing what your priorities are really help in terms of accomplishing your goals, and that there really is no unattainable goal. There is a way. You don't need to worry about the how as long as you have a strong enough why. I mean, for me to have gone from what I call a dumb jock to what I am now, which isn't anything abnormal from anybody else, but the accomplishments have come due to dedication and hard work, and anybody can do that. So there's one thing that I love to tell people is that there's nothing special about me. You yourself could do exactly what I've done. There's nothing different about me per se. So just realize how attainable things are. I really don't think people understand that until they've had that success. By September, I'm definitely going to be looking to continue to interact with students. I'm going to be involved with Smart Start again this year from a different capacity, and be able to interact with students as well. I know mental health is a big issue on campuses right now. Again, financial literacy and awareness. I'm sure there's going to be several other opportunities for us to grow as a university, and I'm really excited to be a part of that.